Yeah, I moved to America in September 2015, and I thought I got here just in time for that last bit of Obama's America. Like, I thought I snuck in here for that last lap of Obama's presidency and like this new golden age in America, and instead I got here just in time for Donald Trump's America. That's like buying tickets to Beyonce, and instead it's Donald Trump. And you're expecting all the single ladies, all the single ladies. But instead it's the same hand grabbing people by the pussy. Single or married, it doesn't matter. Coming for
Single or married.
Yeah, I moved straight to New York City. Another dream come true for me, moving to New York City as a stand-up comedian. New York City is like the Mecca. There's like, you know, you can do like 10 shows a night, easy. All my comedy heroes came from New York City. There's a real creative energy there. I've been lucky to live in a few cities in my life. I used to live in Johor Bahru, Malaysia. I used to live in Singapore. I used to live in Melbourne, Australia. New York City is the only city I've lived in where people fight subway trains and win. Like any other city on the planet, when the train doors start to close, that means that train is departed. Okay, you're supposed to shut up and wait patiently for the next train. Oh, not New York. In New York, if you can slip a piece of paper in between those doors, 1 millimeter of space, that's all you need. You got a fighting chance. People take it for granted now, strolling up to closing train doors in New York, just uppercutting them in that black rubber part, like that's the personal open button for every commuter on the train. Just bam, this train ain't leaving till I get on board. Where's my ticket? Right here, buddy. My first week in New York, I was on this crowded subway train, and it was packed all the way to the doors, right? I'm on the train, and it's packed all the way to the doors, and the doors start closing in front of me. And as the doors start closing, this guy like walks up to the closing train doors and just jams his fingers. Just right into the door, no regard for his limbs or appendages. Like his need to get on this train exceeded his need to grip things. He did a cost-benefit analysis in his head. And he was like, you know what? This is overrated, right? Who needs this motion? Who needs this point of articulation, right? Let's get on this train, my life will be perfect. So it just creates enough of a gap to start fighting. And he fights this train for 8 seconds. He just fights it to a stalemate. Okay, it's a judge's decision. He can't move, the train can't move, no one can move. And after 8 seconds, he gets like tired. He starts gassing out. So he uses his head to jam up the door. Like a doorstop. As he readjusts his grip, right? He starts chalking up his hands for round 2. And I'm standing there just facing the top of his oily scalp. Just thinking, yo man, just let it go, all right? I'm new in town, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to help you or if we're both gonna get arrested. Okay, I don't know the social etiquette in this situation. All I know is there's a train in 3 minutes.
You don't want to wait.
It's the A.C.D.A line in Manhattan, all right? If you let this go, we will all get to where we need to go to quicker. But it's like, no, this is the one, man. This is the last train ever. And he fought the train for like 4 more seconds. And he won. He won, the train tapped out. I was like, oh, all right, gotta respect your ground game. And just full mount to omoplatas out of control. Anyone else want to run in here at the last minute? It's not a schedule to keep or anything.
Oh my God.
And that's the problem for America, right there. Too many civil liberties. There's too much freedom here. You guys took your Bill of Rights and just ran with it. That shit would never fly in Malaysia. Where I'm from, in Malaysia, you stick your hand in the door's closed, you get dragged for like a mile. Right? You get brought to your knees by the system. As the train runs over you, it starts going after your family, right? You start like bleeding out on the tracks. The doors open, we all walk over your dead corpse. Yeah, that's what you get, you dumb fuck. Not in America. In America, one man can stop the entire train line. Because everyone can make a difference.
Oh my God.
Everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been great living in America. Yeah, New York City, it's a great city, but by any objective measure, it's just barbaric, right? If you compare to other cities, like if you go to Japan, any city in Japan. Anyone here been to Japan? By any chance? Yeah, Japan's like awesome, right? It's like the future. If you go to Japan, everyone's so polite and friendly, very courteous, very conscientious. Society in general, right? Practical application of advanced technology in Japan. They have toilets in Japan that can wash your asshole. Did you know that? I bring news from the Orient. In Japan, they have toilets that can wash your asshole clean. And they've had this now for decades. This isn't best of 2015 on BuzzFeed, okay? This is mastered and implemented in the 70s. Everyone has one. It's by default they have it, right? Restaurants, homes, hotels, everyone has one. And it works. I was skeptical too. First time I saw one, I was like, there's no way this thing works. It's a fucking gimmick. Oh, how wrong I was. Hot jet stream of water. On target every time. How is it on target every time? Never has an off day. It's like Steph Curry from the free throw line, just automatic. On target every time. How? It's like every toilet in Japan has like a camera and a guy aiming it. He's the same guy who carries your luggage up to your hotel room. And people in the West don't really know this, but Chinese people and Japanese people have like beef stretching from World War II. Because in World War II, Japan did tons of war atrocities to Chinese people, rape, torture, human experimentation, the whole 9 yards. China, all the way down Southeast Asia, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia. And people in the West don't really know this because there's no Schindler's List for Chinese people, okay? No one made a dope black and white movie about it in the West, so it's not common knowledge. If you didn't know it, I'm not calling you out. If you didn't know that, okay, why would you know that? That's not your story. It happened on the other side of the planet, okay? Why would you know that? I'm not calling you out. If you didn't know it, I'm just letting you know it happened. Okay, if you grew up in Singapore like I did, they never let you forget it. In Singapore, it's never forget. They did that. Never forget, they did that shit. Every year, a new documentary, drama, series detailing the atrocities that happened during the Japanese occupation of Southeast Asia. Never forget, they did that. And if you grew up in Singapore and Malaysia with that swirling around your head, right? And you go visit Japan for the first time, right? With a lifetime of that stuff still in your head. And you're in Japan and everyone's like super polite and friendly. And there's like Sailor Moon, right? And there's toilets that wash your ass. You can't help but wonder, how did these guys go from rape, torture, and human experimentation to Pokemon? In one generation. So I'm just saying, if we give ISIS a couple decades, maybe they'll cure cancer, okay? You don't know. You don't know what the future holds. Might be judging them by a very harsh period of the history right now. Okay, mixed reaction to that, that's fair enough. But you know what? It's a comedy show, not tech talk, okay? Calm the fuck down. Everyone's asshole clenched up so tight, a Japanese toilet couldn't wash it.